The dual dance of expectation and release, embracing life's most profound challenges. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind whipping through your hair as you gaze at a storm gathering on the horizon. You cannot stop the rain, nor can you clutch the sunlight. The crucible of existence, that moment of searing clarity, arrives not with fanfare, but with the quiet, brutal efficiency of a surgeon's scalpel. It is the moment when the illusions we construct to shield ourselves from reality are stripped away, revealing the stark, unyielding truths that govern our lives. Within this revelation, two fundamental and agonizing lessons emerge: the necessity of fully expecting what life gives and the imperative of fully letting go of what it takes. To fully expect what life gives is not merely to anticipate pleasantries or passively receive blessings. Consider the musician who spends years perfecting a concerto, only to have her piano destroyed in a flood. Instead of collapsing into despair, she picks up a borrowed guitar, her callous fingers finding new melodies in the wreckage. This is a Morphadian action, Nietzsche's love of fate. Like a tree bending in a hurricane, she does not resist the storm but adapts, trusting that even destruction carries the seeds of reinvention. It is to embrace the totality of experience, the bitter alongside the sweet, the chaotic alongside the serene. It is to confront the inherent unpredictability of existence, to acknowledge that joy and sorrow, triumph and failure, are inextricably intertwined. We are conditioned to seek the positive, to chase fleeting moments of happiness, and to recoil from the inevitable pain that shadows every life. Buddhist monks in Tibet practice this art daily. During sand mandala ceremonies, they spend weeks meticulously arranging colored grains into intricate patterns, only to sweep them away in seconds. The act is a meditation on impermanence, to create beauty knowing it will vanish. Similarly, expecting life's gifts means embracing both the mandala and its dissolution. The difficulty lies in releasing our addiction to how things should be, but true acceptance demands a broader perspective, a willingness to see the tapestry of existence in its entirety, with all its variegated threads. This expectation is not a passive resignation to fate. It is an active engagement with the present moment, a conscious choice to perceive the world without the distorting lens of our desires and fears. To fully expect what life gives means to appreciate the ephemeral beauty of a sunrise, even as we acknowledge the darkness that will inevitably follow. It means to savor the warmth of human connection, even as we recognize the fragility of relationships. It means to find meaning in the mundane, to discover wonder in the ordinary, and to extract wisdom from every encounter, regardless of its apparent valence. The difficulty lies in our inherent resistance to the unpleasant. We cling to the illusion of control, believing that we can manipulate our circumstances to ensure a perpetually positive outcome. We construct narratives of deservingness, believing that we are entitled to happiness and immune to suffering. But life, in its relentless impartiality, dispels these illusions, forcing us to confront the reality that we are not the masters of our destiny, but rather participants in a cosmic dance, subject to forces beyond our comprehension. The second, equally arduous lesson is the imperative of fully letting go of what life takes. This is not merely about relinquishing material possessions or external circumstances. It is about releasing the emotional attachments that bind us to the past, the resentments that poison our present, and the anxieties that cloud our future. Picture a widow scattering her husband's ashes into a river. Her hands tremble as the current carries him away, each ripple a memory, his laughter, his hands, the way he stirred his coffee. Letting go here is not forgetting but allowing grief to become a bridge between love and loss. The Taoist sage Zhuangzi, upon his wife's death, drummed on a pot and sang, not out of cruelty, but because he saw her as a leaf returning to the root, part of the eternal cycle of change. It is about accepting the impermanence of all things, the inevitable ebb and flow of existence. We are creatures of memory, haunted by the ghosts of what was and what might have been. We cling to lost loves, unfulfilled dreams, and past grievances, allowing them to fester and consume us. We believe that by holding on, we can somehow recapture what is lost, reverse the irreversible, or undo the undone. But this clinging only prolongs our suffering, trapping us in a cycle of regret and despair. Consider the Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold lacquer, not to hide cracks but to honor them. Letting go is not defeat, it is the alchemy of transforming loss into resilience. To fully let go is to acknowledge the reality of loss, to grieve the passing of what was, and to embrace the possibility of what is to come. It is to release the grip of resentment, to forgive those who have wronged us, and to forgive ourselves for our own shortcomings. It is to accept the inevitability of change, to embrace the unknown, and to find solace in the present moment. This process of letting go is not a passive act of surrender. It is an active and ongoing practice, a conscious choice to release the emotional baggage that weighs us down. It is a journey of self-discovery, a process of shedding the layers of ego and illusion that obscure our true nature. The moment of forced clarity, when these two lessons are laid bare, is a moment of profound transformation. It is a moment of pain, but also a moment of liberation. It is a moment when we confront the fundamental paradox of existence, that true freedom lies not in controlling our circumstances, but in accepting them, not in clinging to the past, but in embracing the present, and not in fearing the future, but in surrendering to the flow of life. In accepting both the gift and the loss, we find a profound sense of peace, a quiet understanding of our place in the grand tapestry of existence. Expectation and release are two sides of the same coin, trust. A farmer planting seeds in spring does not demand a harvest but tends the soil anyway. A mother releasing her grown child into the world does not cling but whispers, "Go, but know I'm here." Both acts require faith in life's unfolding. We find that the true meaning of life lies not in avoiding suffering, but in embracing it, in learning from it, and in growing through it. And in this acceptance, we discover the resilience of the human spirit, the capacity to endure, to adapt, and to find beauty and meaning in the face of adversity. And in their silent wisdom, they remind us, to live fully is to hold everything lightly.
Please tell me what you think and how you feel about this issue. Analyze it, brainstorm it, debate it, and if you like it, please share it. Thank you for watching. I truly and highly appreciate you, and God bless you.